Hello, everybody. This is Sami Nuorala. I'm from Klinkmann Finland, and I welcome you all to follow the third Unitronics webinar we are having in running COVID-19 year. Today, me, myself, and my Latvian colleague Aleksandrs Serovs will speak and tell you about UniStream and some words also about the UniCloud. And more or less, I hope that Aleksandr, you can say hello and start your presentation.
Hello to everybody. So I will start my presentation about Unitronics UniStream solution. So some words about Unitronics as a company. It's an Israeli company established in 1998. Very many installations done worldwide, now more than 1 million. Unitronics company has different product lines, 4 series. Company has very many distributors, now more than 60 countries, more than 160 distributors. Interesting point that no additional cost for software and support. And it's possible to build very big enough installation where total quantity of inputs or outputs can be more than 2,000 points. What product lines includes? So it's UniStream. This is a higher line of products. Then one step below Vision and Samba devices. What can be UniStream solution? UniStream can be modular and built-in. What is the difference? Modular solution, you can attach different modules to the display, and UniStream has some inputs and outputs included into device. So you can by yourself select model you more preferable to your solution, to your project. But it's most depending thing from other producers because UniStream has in one device HDMI screen and built-in or attached modules. So here we can see modular device. As you see, it's HDMI, and at the back side of the device we can attach CPU and different communication or input-output modules. It also can be in different sizes. So 7, 10, or 15 inches available, and also depending of device side, you can attach different quantity of modules to the backward. Also new model available, it's multi-touch. So you can press simultaneously some virtual buttons at screen. So here's some description of different features of devices. So different sizes, different quantity of input outputs. One interesting thing that you can attach micro SD card for different possibilities. As example, you can log your data, make some backups of your programs, make clone of program, copy to, as example, the same machine. So very many interesting features possible. Regarding communication, different ports available. So on board, it's CAN bus protocol, Ethernet, TCP/IP port for communication, USB host for copy some information to flash drive, or you can upgrade your devices using USB flash card. Available mini USB port for some programming works. Very many different protocols available for communications. As example, standard, it's Ethernet or IP, different kind of Modbus protocols, BACnet possibility or KNX. It's possible via different additional modules. Very interesting now, UniStream supports MQTT protocol, so it could be used. Also interesting built-in series where device has included different inputs or outputs on board. Also available different sizes, different versions. So maybe if your machine is not big enough, you can use just built-in PLC series. And of course, it's possible to increase quantity of inputs or outputs for a special expansion adapter possibilities. As example, here it's seen small communication port for additional modules. So this device can be installed in front of your cabinet, and many additional components can be connected with special expansion adapter. Here we can see some description, of course, not of all, but most of interesting possibilities for UniStream PLCs. What I can say about differences with other brands, UniStream supports video and audio. So it means that you can show, as example, video stream from your camera, which is located somewhere at plant, or you can put into SD card or even in PLC memory short MP3 messages, and with such possibilities you can provide to your customers, as example, voice alarm messages. So I think it could be interesting. Also, here some technical information. So micro SD card, auto-tune PID regulators is available. So for some processes regulating, of course, also many communication protocols available. You can use a web server. It's very powerful, but it depends of a series of PLC. It's available for PLCs with number 10 in its model number. What else is interesting in the UniStream series? New PLCs without HDMI. Of course, it has built-in virtual HDMI. We can connect to it using VNC protocol. So from your computer or your maybe from your phone, you can over Wi-Fi networks, as example, connect to your PLC and use all possibilities of virtual HDMI. It could be installed on DIN slave, DIN rail, and you can attach different modules directly to it. From left side, you can connect 3 different communication modules. Here we can see possibilities to connect from PC, from mobile phone, as example, and Unitronics company also provide just displays. So it means that you can connect over PC to your PLC device, or you can attach in front of your cabinet just HDMI display, which will be connected over local network to this UniStream controller directly over the network. What about features? What interesting features PLCs have? As example, more powerful solution has SQL server on board. It's very powerful web server. You can send emails, short messages. Of course, as I mentioned, connect to your devices via VNC connection. What is also can be interesting, devices has 2 Ethernet TCP/IP ports on board, so you can connect incoming cable to PLCs, and to additional modules we can use second Ethernet connection port. So you don't need additional switch, as example, to connect to your device and maybe display on your cabinet. Here's some description of communication expansion modules. So Unitronics provide 3 different modules. It can be for CAN-bus communication, RS-232, as example for short lengths or short if you need to connect closed devices, or you can use RS-485 module as example for Modbus RTU connection. Also, it's possible to use expansion cables, and what could be interesting, Unitronic company provide to us so-named remote I/O modules. So it's modules you can connect over the network and locate them in other cabinets. Some information about virtual HMI possibilities. What we can do. So at such remote or virtual HMI, we can show some built-in alarm screens. So if any problem appears during working of our machine, so we also will see it over virtual HMI. We can use different sizes of our screen, different resolution. Multi-language display we can arrange, so it's very easy to do. As example, you can click one button and all your machine visualization will be translated to other language. And you can prepare it during programming, also very easy. You will see like a table. As example, from one side it will be English names of your buttons, as example, or visualization. At the right side you should provide one time your translation, and then with one press of the button on your real HMI or virtual screen, you can change your machine visualization, the translation to any other language. Interesting feature, you can use a PDF viewer at your HMI screen. So maybe some additional instructions for your workers, your personnel, or even for maintenance persons, you can attach some additional instruction how to provide correct maintenance to your devices. Just UniStream displays available in different sizes. So as example, with 5, 7 inches can be attached, and even you can use standard PLC HMI panels like a displays if it will be needed. So such panels have more bigger sizes, 10 or 15 inches. As I mentioned here, we can see some named remote I/O devices. So one device for Ethernet connection. You can use LAN wired network or even optical networks with some adapters to Ethernet, and attach to this main module up to 63 different kind of expansion modules. It could be different temperature, digital inputs, outputs, analog inputs, outputs, some specific modules. So it's depend the configuration you need. What I also can tell that operating temperatures from -40 to 70 degrees. So you can use such application maybe in some hard environments. Now also Unitronic provides different kind of variable frequency drives. So if you need control different motors, we can provide drives regarding of your motor specification. What could be interesting, Unitronics drives provide also at least STO, safe Torkov. So it's industrial safety protocol. And what new enough devices, Unitronics also provide possibilities to control servo motors, so-named servo drives. If you need to build more specific application with more motor controls, you can use Unitronics servo motors and the servo drives. Some words about software. For programming all these devices, Unistream Series PLC, it's one program. It's very easy to operate. It's totally free of charge. So you can install it from unitronicplc.com website and just try to look how it looks like. And in case of any questions, please write to our company local representatives in your countries, and we will help you to start up and explain how to use this software. It's very user-friendly, very easy. You can build your program logic or build your HDMI application. And as mentioned, it's very big future to start programming to using Unistream PLCs, because you can see a result of your program directly at your created visualization. So, and the last information, some features where it's possible to use these PLCs and software, and what possibilities is provided. It's integrated built-in alarm manager. You can use remote access to your device, your PLC, provide communication to very many devices. Unistream software allows to create your own protocol for communication if you need it. You can use some C language possibilities. You can use structs or tag programming. Very powerful web server, very easy to translate to any different languages. So very big features and possibilities Unistream software provide to you, like a programmer or like a user of Unistream solution. So now my colleague Sami will continue presentation, and he will explain how to use a cloud solution from Unistream and explain more detail.
Okay,
so
can
Sami,
I get
please
the next
continue.
slide? Can I get the next slide? Oh, you should. Okay, never mind. No, hold on. I will share this one. Okay. Okay. All right. So it's very popular discussions right now to speak about connecting to here and there and wherever, and IoT, IoT, and whatever, Industry 4.0. So in Unistream, some of those very popular functions are made now rather easy. There is a very nice MQTT connector, client connection. There is OPC UAL available, SQL database, FTP data transfer, and whatever. There is a built-in web server, which is very easy to use. Just copy paste your main screens, and after that you can edit those things as you want. and of course you have possibility to access via the VNC. So I believe that most of you have seen several different pictures from different brands, but Unitronics want to have this in that way. And what is the hot topic? The MQTT, actually. Message querying telemetry transport. It's actually not so new thing. It's developed late 1990s. And that's something what is very popular right now. That is made easy for the Unitronics UniStream users and available for the Vision or Samba users. It's a lightweight solution, so that most of the cases the device is sending time or event-based the message and publish it to the broker, and who needs it has telling that subscribe me the message when this data is changed. But due to the fact that there are several different ways to do it, Unistream has decided that they will arrange availability or possibility to build up with their own cloud. So you don't need to have your server somewhere. You can use the cloud service from Unitronics. So it's called UniCloud. Basically, it's a web-based application. You can have the screens, you can have your data, and you can have access anywhere when you have the browser. That's maybe the key issue, that you don't need to have the hardware server running somewhere. It's cloud, and Unitronics themselves don't have the server themselves. It's based on the Europe with the common service provider. It gives you a possibility to raise the efficiency. It's promising that it's going to live in 30 minutes. Due to my experience, the first time will take 1 hour and 30 minutes, but after that, it's rather easy. It's rather fast to commissioning at least when you make a totally new applications. And in the Unistream family, there are now also available machines which in price includes the usage of the cloud service. It's adding IIoT capabilities, extending the possibilities to collect the data from the devices. It allows to monitor the device, of course, and it will build up additional intelligence for the business. It should reduce the cost, and when the cost go down, usually sales go up. This is, I believe, this is made by marketing division of the Unitronics. Configuring the device, 2 minutes. Okay, yes, that's true. So it's rather easy. Connect to PLC. Yes, that's possible. But yes, and 5 minutes. Build the dashboards. If you're using the same dashboards you are using already, it can say that, yeah, okay, it's 20 minutes, but usually to make a nice visualization, people take time and think how to make it nice. And then, of course, managing and customizing the display values. It gives you a possibility to publish the key process indicators that you can have fast view to any critical values on your process. And of course, you can set several different levels of the usage. So everybody don't need to see everything. You can build up so that you have the maintenance pages, you have setup pages, you have also the process values, and maybe the operator see only a limited amount of the data. A good point, you don't need to be expert for the cloud services. It's configured so that it's ready-made, ready to run, and it's easy to handle. The key feature is, of course, the data visualization. So you can have a nice remote screens. You can have the data analyst there, assets management, and you have the organization management. So you can have you can have the users in different levels. You can have even different customers in own fields. So even you have one account, you can have several different sub accounts below that level. And it has very secured remote access. It's lovely to show different screens. Okay, the artists and developers will build up different kind of the screens and collect the correct data for your visualization. And when you have built up something that is reusable with the different substations as a similar application, so it will make your creation of the web pages faster and faster. You can use drag and drop, no special code is needed. And of course, as Unitronics always, it's supporting the several different languages. Basically, with the UniStream, you can have the Unitronics router in front of that, but it's not necessary. So you can have any access to internet, and it will publish the data to the UniCloud. And if you have the old school or something else, the Vision, Samba, or Jazz, then you need to have a Unitronics router with the UniCloud gateway set up on board. That will modify the data so that it's possible to collect with UniCloud. And nobody's saying that it's a one location only. Machine builder can have the design dashboard, and users have totally different secure dashboards. So with UniStream, router is not necessary. If you have access to internet, that's enough. And then you need to have a gate open there. So 1883 or 8883 port open. So that's all. But if you are using it, the Unitronics router is opening those gates as a normal. And if wanted, as I mentioned before already, the cloud series includes the amount of the data included on the device price. So no additional hardware, no additional software, and the cost of the several years usage already is included to the device. Startup version is actually $9 per year, per month, and that is something what is free to test. So you don't need to buy anything, you can just make a test. So you configure connect, build, and manage. So 3 months is available to test. And what is included the cloud? There is also a possibility to connect secure remote access to the Unistream devices. And this is the way how the Unitronics is facing Industry 4.0, MQTT, UniCloud, and SQL services will give you possibility to do things easy and cost-effective way. And that's the one thing why you should select the Unitronics. It's all in one. It's a classic way how to do Unitronics platform. It has been in M90s, it has been in Jazz, it has been in Vision, it has been in Samba, and now Unistream. You can have one device to doing the main core and the software. Unistream, UniCloud, and Unilogic software, they are powerful, and you can download the programming software free of charge. And reply of the support people, it's very effective way. They have the main support, of course, in Israel, but at least now when they have a vacation season, it seems to be that the team in United States is replying to the questions rather fast. And it's a wide range of different PLCs for the different applications. More or less, this is the main core, what we were telling. It seems to be time for the questions. Okay, there is a note how to look like the UniCloud service. In this laptop, unfortunately, I don't have the Unilogic, but Unitronics.io allows you to come this kind of page. And if you are not building up anything yet, it's time to sign in. I hope I logged in correct way. Then I have the cloud service here available. It starts with the dashboard editor in my case, but of course, if you want, you should have something else at the startup screen. You have a way to connect different devices and different assets. So there are set of the different possibilities. And if you have Visions or Samba, so even Jazz here, so you can have handling of the routers and collect the data via that. Account itself, okay, I'm showing it now. Oh Lord, there's a lot of questions right now. You can build up the organizations here. In our case, our organization is very thin, just me right now. And I have a setup of the several assets here. One is running these two actually are demos from the Unitronics, and it's coming the same list of the routers, but in this case, I don't have any router there. There is an editor, so you can modernize or modify the screens or build up the new screens. One thing what I have learned now when I have been investigating this, do not publish when you are not ready. This is something what I need to highlight. When you publish something, that's it. So when you want to change something, you need to basically copy everything and republish with the modified version. My details, there's no big surprise. Everybody knows my phone number and name, company is company. And like I said, there is an evaluation license, 3 months. You can test, you can run, you can play. You can modify the screen and you can select certain languages there. And if you look there, look here, it's telling that it's my demo unit, what kind of device it is. It's having something, it has the serial number of the device, and actually it has the tags, and if there are configured alarms or tags in the PLC software, it will bring them everything here. It's rather nice. More things. Okay, there's somebody asking about safety IOs. No, unfortunately, there is no safety IOs. In Unitronics don't have the safety PLC. Then there is another question. Working about HTTP messages. Sure, you can build up the messages. It's not so handy, but sure, you can do it. Okay. And then the simulator. No, you don't have the software simulator as a just simulator, but like some PLCs, you can toggle the bits and you can force them to be on and off and that kind of things. That's available. But I jumped from the story to other one. I should continue with this. In a PLC side, you build up the same credentials you are logging in here. So if you look here and we want to have a user named device something, so build up the user for the asset. Let's say it's asset something, so it doesn't have the admin access, it has only the user access. And then login field up there. And after that, you build up the tag list, what you want to publish here in the cloud side. That's rather simple way to do it. And in the end of the day, when you have a nice screens and you have the data running, you publish it. But don't publish before. It has made me a lot of gray hair in that way. Okay, there are chats. The list price of the Unitronics router. There are 2 models usable in Europe, and they go between 60 to 200 euros, or roughly way. But it's of course the question how many units and what kind of things you actually are needing, and what are the needs in the real life. Okay. Okay, there's an additional question. Is JAS supported for the cloud? Yes, if you are using the Unitronics router in front of that. It's in theory, it's possible to do, but I believe that you will find more economical ways to do it. What else? Is it possible to make data transfer live communication between PLC, which is connected to UniCloud? Not in this demo. Okay, that demo which I had is transferring the numeric value which I had in a tag. Yes, it was alive, but I don't have this PC. I don't have the PLC side available right now. So I'm using a separate PC to PLC programming. Otherwise, I need to have several different devices available. So technically, we can arrange you a separate demo. Maybe my colleague Aleksandrs or somebody, or we build up the teams up and we do it together. So it's nice and cool. Maybe you contact your local sales office and ask that when we can speak about that. Okay. What else? Okay, there is one more note. Can we use the Unistream as a data concentrator for the UniCloud or MQTT? My answer, yes, you can. So you collect the data from several different ways. In my private demo, I'm using 7-inch UniStream to collect data from Rockwell PLC, several Sambas, and push that data actually right now into MQTT, but I will add on those to our cloud when I have a nice moment to do it. Okay. Seems to be quiet right now. Okay, I appreciate that you have been participating today this Unistream and UniCloud presentation. Where our marketing team will send you a copy of this recording, so you will get that information available afterwards. And of course, if you have questions, any Klinkmann office is willing to serve you. So we try to find you the best possible solution to make your application running. Thank you for everybody.
Thank you very much for attending our webinar. So if any additional questions, please just ask your local offices. We will help you with pleasure to solve your needs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you and bye-bye.